My name is Danna Kurtin, and I am involved with the Outreach Council as part of my responsibilities on the vestry. And I've been with Palmer Community for over 15 years now, and I currently work in the medical center at MD Anderson. I had a modern day burning bush experience to come to Palmer. And because I work at the medical center, I drive by Palmer on my way home every day. And years ago, in a dream, I saw this banner that said Newcomers Weekend. And it was March 31st through April 2nd. I still remember it. And it was like tied to Autry House, which is where St. Bede's is. And it had red and black writing. It was very clear in my mind what the message was, is to come to Palmer on that weekend. So I did. It was a wonderful weekend. That was my first weekend here, and I never left after that weekend. It was like, this is my home, because it felt so welcoming. So after a couple of years and committee meetings and different experiences at Palmer, they would ask me this question of, how did you get to Palmer? And I would tell this story, how I saw this sign about Newcomers Weekend outside of Palmer. And this woman who was leading evangelism at the time pulled me aside after one of those meetings and said, there was never a banner outside of Autry House. And so it was one of those signs for me to be here at Palmer that I'll never forget. And, it was, you always ask the question, will you ever see the burning bush in modern day of Jesus, God talking to you? And I did in my dream, and that's how I got to Palmer over 15 years ago. Something that lifts my heart here at Palmer has been the healing service on Wednesday evenings. It's a service that's been here for many decades, ever since I started. And it's a place where people come from the medical center, because we're the gateway here at the Texas Medical Center, friends, neighbors, anytime that anyone felt like they needed support or wanted to give support, came to this service. And it's a place it's a service that's dear to me. It really is something that's a gift to our community and to our neighborhood at large. And that's something that is really special here at Palmer. What stewardship means to me is giving of yourself. And stewardship can be monetary. The first thing that someone thinks about is, okay, it's time for me to give money to a community that I value, so that we can continue to do the work that we do here. But stewardship is even broader than that. It's your time, it's your talents, and every situation is different, and every year is different, where you may have a great year and you have money that you can set aside to contribute to Palmer community financially, but also, if that's fantastic and we need funds, but stewardship is more about commitment as well. Commitment to be part of the community, whether it's financial, whether it's volunteering, or just coming to service on Wednesdays or Sundays to be part of that community. Because being a steward of Palmer is being a caretaker of Palmer. We're taking care of each other. And that's what stewardship means to me, is it's not a building, it's our community. And we're taking care of our community financially. We're taking care of our community by helping each other through a healing service and prayer, and showing up for our friends. It's through being at our services on Sunday, in person as you can, or online, but being there to hear the message so that we can grow together. My call to action for the parish is to fight apathy and to fight isolation and to embrace the opportunities to come back together as a community, whatever that looks like. And part of that action is the season of giving, lifting up your hearts and giving to something that you believe in and cherish. And one thing that we've learned through the pandemic is you can't take things for granted. We can't take Palmer for granted. We've got to get involved, give of ourselves, whether that be in person or financially, but it's time to live again. It's get up and live and embrace the life that we've been given to us.